I'm with John DeBaca, Certified Life Coach and Mr. Spirituality. John, we've talked about marriage counseling, but I know you also offer counseling for those looking in the future, maybe looking at their next relationship. How do you describe that counseling?
It's interesting. It depends on where they are. So if they're coming out of a divorce, sometimes they've kind of been down that rough road and they don't want to repeat it. And so it's about either unlearning habits and understanding how to have a more kind of productive relationship filled with love where you grow. That's one case. If the person's never been married, for example, especially if if they hit an age where they want to focus on more serious dating and kind of get out of that bubble where it's just kind of this casual world, then there's a way to date and a perspective and a way to kind of talk to people that you're on dates with that kind of pushes them and kind of makes it clear to yourself what the intention is on both sides. Divorced men, I find, have a really interesting trajectory, especially if they're successful, so they have the ability to have their own apartment after a divorce. They don't have the kids oftentimes, and Tinder just kind of exploded on their whole being. Right? They didn't have that coming in, and now it's just like this is dating, and so they go through a phase where they're kind of a mess, and then they realize, okay, I need to kind of get serious again. And I'm dating too young, or I'm dating kind of inappropriately. How do I actually make sure that this next partner is right for me, what I need in my life, and how do I be the kind of partner that attracts that and then keeps the relationship alive? So those are all kind of lessons that we should be teaching our kids, but we just don't. And so it's not your fault. I mean, no one actually tells you how to be a good husband growing up, how to be a good wife. It's just, other than you should show up for your kids and show up for your partner, but there's elements there that need to be learned from someone who sees it through hundreds or thousands of couples. And it gives you essentially a shortcut. The counseling of kind of before you get into a relationship is like a shortcut to getting exactly what you want without banging your head against the wall as much.
Interesting. Sounds like you have some good tools to offer.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming here today. If you have any questions or would like to talk more with John, please reach out to me and I'd be happy to connect you. Thank you.